Then the hero returns to his world and goes to meet the old man, and since he has reached level 20, he has won the bet. But the old man refuses the challenge and cannot that if the hero makes a bet, he does not agree to that, but in order for the hero not to be angry with him, he offers him to raise the price of the crystal that he buys. The hero says that if you are going to cancel our promise, you have to pay more than that, either double or nothing, but the old man does not seem satisfied with this. And the hero Kang Mu concedes about the matter, since he is very interested in the relationship with the old man, and he throws something at him, which is an element of legendary rank. The Ring of Trust, which doubles the senses twice for a period of time. But the old man notices something strange with this ring and says that whoever looks at his form must have another husband for him, but the hero replies that it is the only piece he found. The old man believes that and says that he will raise the price of the crystal to double as he wants. But indeed, there was a pair for this ring, which was in the possession of the hero, and he is the servant of obedience, which enables you to track the person who carries the Ring of Trust. And he can temporarily reduce their stats by 50%, and later the hero trains with the old man, and since the old man was hiding his true abilities, the hero appears completely helpless in front of him. But because of his great potential, he still rises again, so the old man decides to become serious, and punches begin to rain down on him. He tries to respond with a punch, but the old man breaks his arm, so they take a break. The hero took advantage of the time and tried to collect some information about the asteroids that fall in hell, but this information is very rare even among the high-ranking people. As the old man does not know anything about it, but the old man advises the hero to clean the cell, so the hero seemed surprised but really, if he wants to get support in the future, he has to make a record for himself, because no matter how strong he is, if he does not have experience, people will not take him seriously. And since it is the first time he participates in it officially, he is sent to a 1-star cell. And then someone calls out to the participants in the cell, so she is the supervisor of the entry test and also a hunter at the intermediate level. While explaining the rules, the hero feels bored, and the supervisor approaches him quickly and starts talking to him. She says that his face is very familiar, but she does not remember where she saw him, then she asks him if he brought his equipment with him. So the hero takes out the stick that he forged earlier in hell, but one of the participants gets angry at Kang Mom's actions and raises his weapon and directs it towards the hero. But the supervisor intervenes quickly and easily puts him out. She falls down and grabs the sword and hits it next to his head and says that displaying weapons in the world is prohibited. But while the hero watches the supervisor, he seems to have admired her abilities, so he thinks that it would be useful to test her. Strangely, the shadow of the hero extends and a strange being emerges from him, and he is the goblin with the red hat. This dungeon they have to enter the cave of the goblins as long as nothing dangerous happens, the supervisor will not help them and during the gathering. And if a goblin suddenly appears and attacks them, but easily the hero kicks him and flies away, which makes his colleagues stunned by that, and then the goblin's attack begins. The participants also get rid of the goblins, and during that, the supervisor noticed something strange. There was another person who had slaughtered the goblins in advance, as she screams. This is an emergency. We will return immediately, and the supervisor checks on the participants, but someone is missing, who is the hero Kang Mu, so they start looking for him. An hour ago when the hero was present. It seems that he felt bored because fighting was like child's play for him, so he decides to go alone, and when he reaches a secluded place, he uses the legendary skill that he got from killing the Afrin, and it is called the family skill, which he brings the dead back to life as long as the target's body is not severely destroyed, and orders him to go and fight all the monsters in the area. But the only skill defect is that if the strength of the summoned skill is higher than the user's, it will be difficult to control it. He says that these are disgusting creatures because they are retarded, they cannot speak or carry a weapon, so he rips him in half. When the participants were looking for Kang Mo, he suddenly appears. The supervisor scolds him and tells him to stay near her, and in the meantime, suddenly one of the participants runs in panic and seems to have seen the dead monsters previously. But suddenly the goblin with the red hat appears and knocks him to the ground and then raises his helmet to finish him off, but quickly the supervisor jumps behind the goblin and hits her. Then the battle begins, to which the hero was attending to test the supervisor's abilities, and will she be able to win against the ghoul of level 26. During the battle, the demon ignores the suspect and goes towards the beginners, but in the middle of the road he suddenly stops. Then jumps high and makes a back attack on the supervisor who was chasing him and manages to hit her, and since things have become more than expected, the supervisor damages to show everything she has and uses her special skill, acceleration, which allows her for a short period of time to double her speed, which enables her to wound the ghoul with the red hat, so he uses a smoke bomb and takes advantage of the smoke cover to capture one of the participants. And then the hero intervenes and uses the stick and hits a stone towards the goblin. Since the hero has tested her capabilities, he knows that she is unable to win, so he says that he has not done anything since the beginning of the journey. This time he slightly injures the goblin's face, then the supervisor rushes towards him, but the ghoul throws another smoke bomb and hits the supervisor, and he advances as an attack and hits him. Then the first one retreats from the severity of the blow, and the supervisor takes advantage of the opportunity to attack from behind, but the ghoul avoids the blow and kicks it. Then he tries to retreat, so he throws the beginner who captured him previously, then it seems that he has lost control and wants to kill the participants. But the leader orders her to get out immediately, so he uses another smoke bomb and escapes, thus the battle ends without any losses, and after leaving the cell, the supervisor goes to report the matter, but it does not seem if a change has occurred in the cell, then the officials ignore the matter and do not believe it. And then the scene shifts to an employee who runs very quickly, then enters the director's office and says that he has noticed something suspicious in some tests. The manager inspects the results and says, "Are you sure that there is no malfunction in the equipment?" Then suddenly another employee appears and submits a file in the same person, who is the hero Kangmo, but this was not the end. A third person appears and says that one of the unions pays $1 million to obtain the results of someone's test applicants, and he is Kang Mu. But the director refuses that and says that $1 million is a very small amount for this person, and it seems that the results of the hero are all at the maximum level. The director orders her employees to collect the largest amount of information about this person, and later the hero returns to the level of hell waiting. Taking effect that the next task will begin in 9 days, the hero tries to open the golden box that he obtained previously and obtains a rare item, the dagger of the ancients, as well as a crystal cube, which is used to refine and develop weapons, so the hero uses it to develop metal gloves and the dagger, thus obtaining the silver hand shield from the legendary category, as well as the bloody dagger from the legendary category, and the hero rises by trying the new weapons, and it seems that it has a huge amount of power. Then a message appears to him that the Whispering Planet is taking care of him, and the task begins at the bottom of the pyramid, waiting for him to have a window that the star wants to test him. If you accept this task, the reward will increase. As for the task, he must survive for 48 hours. It is a curse that will be cast after the mission, and the hero accepts the terms, and a window appears to him that the stars he met previously are all watching him. Then another window appears that he has been afflicted with a curse, which is the curse of the delicious taste.